First of all, let me congratulate you on your appointment as the CEO of the Curacao Tourism Board. Get your work cut out for you, do you?
Thank you very much, Johnson. It's good to see you. And I'm certainly enjoying being here at ITB. And I've been at the Curacao Tourism Board for about 5 months now, and I'm really enjoying helping out Curacao to make sure we get to another level in our tourism arrivals.
Another level, meaning, and I've noticed a few things, and you'll help us along the way here. Curacao, for quite a while, received a lot of visitors from down south, mainly the Venezuelan market, but others as well. Venezuelan market, we know, had been going down, almost non-existent, isn't it? What is replacing that?
Well, it's interesting, actually. You're so right. Less than 5 years ago, Venezuela was providing as much as 30% of the visitor arrivals into Curacao. That has all changed now. But we're also working on a tourism master plan to cover the period 2015 through 2020, which we're going to make a slight adjustment because we started off slowly. So we're going to look at revising it this year and taking it out maybe another couple of years. In that master plan, we speak to growing the North American market significantly, maintaining the Dutch market, which is still our largest market, and maintaining the Venezuelan market. Now, of course, there's no Venezuela at this point. What we have done to replace that is we have gone deeper into South America, and we're doing exceptionally well from Brazil, Colombia, and then little bits of business from Uruguay, Paraguay, Ecuador, Chile, etc. But Colombia and Brazil have really been the replacement for Venezuela at this point in time. For 2018, we ended the year 8% up in stayover arrivals. And in the case of Colombia, we were up some 38%, which tells you how well we're doing. In the case of Brazil, we're up some 23%. So we're really working hard on those. And I'm proud to tell you that the US market was up 20%. Canada was up about 11 or 12, as a result of which North America was up 19% for the year.
Let's focus a bit on further south, as you said, Colombia and Brazil. And what is it that makes it easier now, in addition to your marketing, obviously, for the Colombians, for the Brazilians to visit Curacao?
Number one, airlift. We have 11 flights a week from Bogota on Avianca, and we just announced last week at Anato another 2 flights a week on Wingo from Bogota to Curacao. So there will be 13 flights a week from Bogota to Curacao. That obviously makes it very easy for Colombians to get to Curacao. We are having discussions with another airline at this point in time about hopefully opening some flights from Medellin. So we should also have something there. In addition to that, well, if I may go to Brazil, the main feeder for Brazil at the moment is Copa Airlines over Panama. In addition to that, we also get business on Avianca from Brazil coming through Bogota. So between Copa flying daily from Panama into Curacao and Avianca flying daily and additionally from Bogota into Curacao, the Brazilians are finding their way into Curacao. We also have at the moment non-stop charter from Sao Paulo once a week, and that goes on till the second week of April. So that has also helped the Brazilian market.
I mean, one of the things we try to do at CTO is to help each other and share the knowledge and so on. So what is the lesson that you've got here when the Venezuelan market that provided, as you said, 5 years ago, 30% of your visitors dries up and you're able to move into Brazil, into Colombia, and even further south? What's that lesson that you've got to share with, on what you've learned from this and that you can share?
That as much as possible, you should not put all your eggs in one basket. It helps to be diversified, but more importantly, the reaction to the decline in Venezuelan business was to go out there, negotiate to get airlift into the destination, and then of course do the work with the actual on the ground with the travel industry in a Colombia, in a Brazil, and sell the virtues of a Curacao so that we can actually get the business to replace the Venezuelan business as quickly as possible. See, Curacao being uniquely Dutch Caribbean has a special feel for the South Americans. You know, everybody in Curacao speaks 4 languages: Dutch, English, Spanish, and Papiamento. Papiamento is really a little bit of Portuguese, Spanish, English, Dutch, all together. It therefore was a natural to go into a Colombia, speak Spanish, a Brazil, speaks Portuguese, and some of the things that we do in Curacao, the Brazilians and the Colombians and other South Americans really enjoy that. And there's, if you will, a sort of accommodation with the fact that the cultural aspects of Curacao really resonate with these markets.
And of course, you talked about North America as well. You have now placing even greater emphasis on the US and the rest of Canada, but the US than you did certainly in recent times. And tell us about this program.
We have gone into, well, we're placing much more emphasis on the North and South American market because I would still describe Curacao today as the hidden gem of the Caribbean in North America. We just are not well known in North America. And there's good reason for it. I mean, when you're getting a daily 747 out of Amsterdam into Curacao, you know, you start to say, well, where are you going to put the North Americans? As it turns out, we are getting, in the next 10 to 12 months, we're getting at least another 1,000 rooms open on the island, one of which is an American brand, a Marriott, and we know that we need to go into the North American market more and more to fill these new rooms. The second one of these, the new hotels that's coming on stream is going to be all-inclusive. The all-inclusive category is something that is minimal in Curacao at the moment. We really only have one fully all-inclusive resort on the beach. This new hotel, Corendon, will be the second one. And so that's something that the North American market loves. And so we know that our emphasis in North America is going to pay off by virtue of the fact that we are getting additional accommodations in the destination that are very much receptive to the North American market.
So it's not just about marketing, it's the product as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because we had limited product for the North American market in the past. We are putting the product in place now, and so the accommodation product is going in place now, and the actual attractions will also prove to be very, very helpful for the future of Curacao.
How much are you enjoying this?
I think you can tell from what I'm just saying that I'm really enjoying it.
Thank you, Paul.
Okay.